The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. There are basically two types of people: people who accomplish things and people who claim to have accomplished things. The first group is less crowded. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Thunder is good. Thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. Training is everything. The peach was once a bitter almond. Cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of a joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. All generalizations are false, including this one. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Let us endeavor so to live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. Laws control the lesser man. Right conduct controls the greater one. Lack of money is the root of all evil. Drag your thoughts away from your troubles by the ears, by the heels, or any other way you can manage it. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself envied. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. Let us not be too particular. It is better to have old second-hand diamonds than none at all. It is just like man's vanity and impertinence to call an animal dumb because it is dumb to his dull perceptions. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. What a wee little part of a person's life are his acts and his words. His real life is led in his head and is known to none but himself. Work consists of whatever a body is obliged to do. Play consists of whatever a body is not obliged to do. Thousands of geniuses live and die undiscovered, either by themselves or by others. Classic, a book which people praise and don't read. It is easier to stay out than get out. Work is a necessary evil to be avoided. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. When a person cannot deceive himself, the chances are against his being able to deceive other people. Prosperity is the best protector of principle. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges himself a liar. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has merely laid an egg cackles as if she laid an asteroid. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. When in doubt, tell the truth. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. So a man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. Necessity is the mother of taking chances. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended. Yet in his private heart, no man much respects himself. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. To be good is noble, but to show others how to be good is nobler and no trouble. Be careless in your dress if you must, but keep a tidy soul. All emotion is involuntary when genuine. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. It were not best that we should all think alike. It is difference of opinion that makes horse races. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So, throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. With courage, you will dare to take risks, have the strength to be compassionate, and the wisdom to be humble. Courage is the foundation of integrity. Life is short, break the rules, forgive quickly, kiss slowly, love truly, laugh uncontrollably, and never regret anything that makes you smile. Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful of your life. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. I can teach anybody how to get what they want out of life. The problem is that I can't find anybody who can tell me what they want. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. It is wiser to find out than suppose. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you would rather have talked. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. Life does not consist mainly, or even largely, of facts or happenings. It consists mainly of the storm of thoughts that is forever flowing through one's head. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. I do not fear death. I had been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born, and had not suffered the slightest inconvenience from it. If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Why not go out on a limb? That's where the fruit is. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. I always did hate for anyone to know what my plans or hopes or prospects were, for if I kept people in ignorance in these matters, no one could be disappointed but myself if they were not realized. The worst loneliness is not to be comfortable with yourself. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. That desire which is in us all to better other people's condition by having them think as we think. Dance like nobody's watching, love like you've never been hurt. Sing like nobody's listening, live like it's heaven on earth. Put all your eggs in one basket and watch that basket